Hello. This Sunday is the fourth week of the year, and what I want to suggest to you is that the readings for today tell us something about what our vocation might be like. And don't go saying, I don't have a vocation, thank you very much. We all have one, and it's the one thing that God knows will make us happy. So the readings. In the first reading, we hear about the calling of Jeremiah, that tough old prophet. He's told that God has always known him. Before you came to birth, I consecrated you, appointed you as prophet to the nations. But it's going to be tough, and you could do a lot worse this week than read through the whole of the book of Jeremiah, just to see how tough he's going to find it. So here God tells him to brace yourself, don't be dismayed. I'll make you a fortified city, a pillar of iron. But it's going to be difficult, because Jeremiah is to confront the kings of Judah, its princes, its priests. They will fight against you, but not overcome. What's the source of this confidence? Simply this, that God has told him, I am, that great self-proclamation by God, I am with you. It is the Lord who speaks, so you better believe it. So our vocation comes from recognizing that God has spoken to us. Then in the second reading, Paul is making his final attempt in this letter to stop the Corinthians squabbling. That's his difficult vocation just at the moment. So he gives them the great hymn to love, which is chapter 13 of the first letter to them. And how does he do it? Well, what he does is to make a list of the things that are not love, all the spiritual gifts that the Corinthians were boasting about, and saying that none of these is any good without love. Then he pens a beautiful description, which, if you look at it carefully, could well be a picture of his beloved Jesus. Then finally he thinks of other things that might be mistaken for love, and none of them does the trick. We have to hang on to the end of the passage. There remain these three things: faith, hope, and love. And as you and I work out our vocation, here is the mantra that you and I must recite, and the greatest of these is love. Then in the Gospel, we see the second half of last week's picture of Jesus in the synagogue at Nazareth. We're right at the beginning of Luke's account of Jesus' ministry, and what Jesus is doing is to work out his vocation from the Father. He trails his coat a bit, it must be said, suggesting that they're going to tell him to do miracles here, and stressing that God could be calling him to address the Gentiles, for heaven's sake. And this nearly gets him killed, as of course will happen at the end of the Gospel. But for the moment, he passes right through them and goes his way, because his time has not come. This is not a comfortable vocation for Jesus, nor is it very comfortable for us who follow him. Let's pray this week to listen out for the Lord's invitation.